So you can probably guess what I'm going to ask about. Queen Ka'ahumanu Highway and the delays that have occurred there. If you could just, in kind of plain English, explain what happened, because it's been hard to get a comprehensible answer. And then the question we still are kind of waiting for an answer to as well is, what additional cost is it going to add to the project because of the delays? And will you need something from the legislature, or is there other ways to come up with that additional funding?
Hang on 1 second on that one.
Queen K.
If not, you can jump in, just let me know. Good morning, Marshall Ando with Design Branch Highways. I don't know everything about the Queen Ka'ahumanu Highway project and the delays. However, a lot of the delays has been as a result of historic properties and issues that we have run into with historic properties and some damage that has occurred to it, as well as historic properties out there that were unknown at the time. And so during construction it was found. And to be able to address and protect those historic properties, redesigns had to be done, and the redesigns continue to be ongoing.
Well, just to clarify though, so the having not identified those historic properties was, I understand, due to like what the right turn lane or part of the right of way not being included in the impacted area when the studies were done. So was that an error made by DOT some years ago? Maybe by people who like under a different administration, but I think everyone is, I've been getting inundated with questions about this, and we just want a clear answer so that we have something to tell people when they ask us, like, how did that part get left out of the analysis? And then again, coming back to my second part of the question, which was, what's the additional cost now for the project?
Okay, I'm not sure how they were left out. However, I do know as with other projects, we're not always able to identify all historic properties and all cultural sites out there in advance. And many times we find them out in the field in construction with archaeological monitors out there. Another way that we find out about archaeological sites is through consultation, and we have to go through that consultation by law. Many of these cultural sites are sensitive to the Native Hawaiians, and so there's reluctance on their part to disclose where these sites are, and so it presents challenges for us. But again, I'm not sure if anybody was in error or how it occurred.
Representative, what we don't want to do is we don't want to pull fingers. This project's been going on for quite some time. There are many different people that have been involved in it. What we can do basically is go ahead and research your question. We'll send you a written response. That way, whoever the constituents are or whoever the parties are that are actually in question, you can just go ahead and forward our response to them. Hopefully we can answer it that way.
And then did we have any estimate of additional cost, or not at this time?
Not at this time. It's still under negotiation.
Okay, so I think we'd like to know when you guys know, if you can let us know. And thank you to everyone at DOT for getting the federal inspection station up and running in time. I know that was a big effort, so we really appreciate it in Kona.
Chair Onishi.